Toyota has developed a liquid hydrogen combustion engine to compete in the clean energy technology race, an impressive step for internal combustion engines, offering a potential solution for carbon-free racing with all the noise that drivers and spectators love to hear. And it could be a solution for many seeking to recharge their vehicles in just 1 minute. This could potentially revolutionize the entire industry in the future. So, what's happening with this technology? The automotive industry is undergoing a significant transition, driven by increasing global concern over climate change and the urgent need for environmental sustainability. With Tesla leading the way in battery electric vehicles, competitors are exploring alternative solutions to lead the charge in electrification elsewhere. Toyota, the world's largest automaker, is a prime example. They have been pioneers in the hybrid vehicle sector with the renowned Prius. While Toyota knows how to produce a good battery electric vehicle, the company is also betting on other technologies, and one of them is hydrogen, the most abundant element in the universe. Every passing day, the demand for clean, efficient, and environmentally friendly transportation options are growing. As the world's population increases, urban centers become more congested, and the consequences of carbon emissions become increasingly apparent. In particular, cars and trucks are responsible for emitting 3.53 billion metric tons of carbon dioxide globally in 2022. This accounts for about 10% of the world's total CO2 emissions. Therefore, there is an urgent need for innovative solutions to address the environmental challenges that humanity faces. Toyota's key innovation lies in using hydrogen as a fuel for internal combustion engines. But why hydrogen, and how does it work? Unlike battery electric vehicles, hydrogen fuel cell vehicles like Toyota Mirai generate electricity through the direct chemical reaction of burning hydrogen, similar to a gasoline engine. This direct combustion method has a unique advantage for vehicles like the Yaris and Corolla to store hydrogen fuel. This includes integrating robust fuel tanks to store hydrogen at high pressure and redesigning fuel ejection and delivery systems. An interesting aspect is that the hydrogen combustion process is faster than gasoline, offering the potential for a highly responsive engine. Toyota has actively tested and improved this technology with the aim of achieving carbon neutrality by 2050, viewing hydrogen engines as a crucial step in this commitment. The company's efforts extend beyond automotive applications, including collaboration to address challenges in green hydrogen production and infrastructure development. Hydrogen is a potent energy carrier that can be transported, used for power generation, industrial processes, and transportation. Unlike fossil fuels, when hydrogen is burned, it only produces water as a byproduct, meaning no harmful greenhouse gas emissions are released. For this reason, it's an attractive fuel source for the future. However, not all hydrogen is created equal. While hydrogen is the most abundant element in the universe, it generally does not exist on its own in nature. Hydrogen molecules are produced by extracting hydrogen from fossil fuels, plants, or water. Depending on the raw material and the process used, the produced hydrogen will be labeled with a specific color code. We can denote several colors for hydrogen because of their different chemical properties and uses. We have gray hydrogen, the most common form of hydrogen today, which is produced from natural gas such as methane. In a methane reforming process, methane gas and steam react with each other in a high-pressure, high-temperature catalytic reactor, and hydrogen is produced. Carbon dioxide is a pollutant generated from the methane reforming process, making gray hydrogen the least sustainable form of fuel today. Additionally, we also have blue hydrogen, which is produced similarly to gray hydrogen, but the resulting emissions are captured and stored underground in the carbon capture and storage process. Although blue hydrogen is a lower carbon option compared to gray hydrogen, it still involves consequences from the use of fossil fuels, such as methane emissions released into the atmosphere. Most notably in this list of hydrogen types is green hydrogen, which is produced using renewable energy sources such as solar and wind power. Currently, less than 1% of the total annual hydrogen production is green. But this figure is expected to increase as the necessary infrastructure for its production expands and production costs continue to decrease. Instead of trying to directly compete with Tesla, Toyota views hydrogen fuel cell technology as a way to power its future electric vehicles and lead in this segment of the market. Similar to how Tesla sees cars as its development goal in the future, this approach has led to two automakers not directly competing in the market, but rather creating two different philosophies for humanity. In an interesting piece of news for gearheads everywhere, Toyota's collaborated with Yamaha Motors to develop a V8 engine powered by hydrogen fuel, with modifications to the cylinder heads, fuel injectors, and other components. Toyota claims it'll produce 455 horsepower at 6,800 RPMs and a peak torque of 398 pound-feet at 3,600 RPM. This output is slightly lower than that of the original gasoline V8 engine, but the most impressive feature of the hydrogen V8 engine has to be the exhaust pipe, which is mounted on all 8 cylinders. Furthermore, it must be acknowledged that while filling up your gas-powered ICE car might not be the highlight of your day, it's not rocket science. Filling up a hydrogen-powered car is similarly straightforward but takes even less time to complete because it's a gas rather than a liquid. If you've ever refilled a propane tank, you'll understand how quickly this process can occur. In fact, the Toyota Yaris only takes about a minute and a half to refill its hydrogen tank, which is even faster than the time it takes to charge a Tesla electric car from 10 to 80%. Although Tesla has a strong foothold in this arena with its extensive supercharger network and significant advancements in battery technology, improved fast-charging infrastructure, and upcoming solid-state batteries, the ideal experience is still a long way off for other manufacturers and types of vehicles. Range anxiety remains a harsh reality and a deterrent for people transitioning to electric vehicles. Batteries are also one of the heaviest components in electric vehicles, further increasing energy consumption. In the ideal scenario, you would want to charge your electric vehicle overnight at home. Tesla understands that this is the most convenient place to charge the battery, and they propose the wall connector as the most dynamic charging solution, capable of delivering up to 44 miles of range per hour of charging. For hydrogen technology today, we still don't have a solution to replace the fuel tank right at home. The unique characteristics of hydrogen pose challenges and advantages. One challenge with hydrogen is its low density, which means that achieving fuel efficiency and environmental impact requires significant advancements. However, the efficiency achieved leads to better fuel savings and, importantly, a significant reduction in emissions because the only byproduct of hydrogen combustion is water vapor, achieving near zero emissions from the engine, making it an environmentally friendly choice. Toyota's carbon-neutral approach as they move towards a carbon-neutral future is not one-dimensional, but a diverse combination of both hydrogen and electricity. Hydrogen isn't limited to passenger vehicles, but also extends to commercial vehicles, public transportation, and even public transportation solutions. But whether hydrogen technology alone is sufficient to achieve carbon neutrality remains to be seen. The biggest complaint of electric vehicle owners is the lack of range, which is something that hydrogen-powered vehicles can address. Compared to the average 250-mile range of an electric vehicle, the Hyundai Nexo can travel 385 miles on a full tank, while the Toyota Mirai can increase to 402 miles with its 32-gallon fuel tank. This means that fuel cell electric vehicles like the Mirai can travel further than any existing electric vehicle. In fact, the Mirai even set a Guinness World Record in 2021 by traveling 845 miles on a single hydrogen tank. The heaviest component of an electric car is the battery pack. On the other hand, the hydrogen fuel cell system includes a much lighter hydrogen tank, which weighs only about 11 pounds. This means that the electric motor in a hydrogen-powered car doesn't need as much energy to propel the vehicle's weight. If you were to install the same motor in both a battery-powered car and a hydrogen-powered car, the hydrogen-powered car would have better acceleration and higher top speed because the motor has fewer vehicle mass to move. Removing the weight of a large battery pack allows our car manufacturers to do whatever they want with the additional power source. Without the weight of a large battery pack, creating a car that feels light and fast is easier. Since the hydrogen fuel cell provides power to the electric motor, you'll get instant torque just like a battery-powered electric car. But because the motor doesn't have to move a heavy battery pack, all that torque can push you back into your seat. Improved power-to-weight ratio can also benefit vehicles not designed for speed. In luxury cars, the engine can push the weight of all wood and genuine leather without needing to use more energy to move the battery. Similarly, for family SUVs and pickup trucks, the vehicle's drivetrain doesn't have to drive third-row seats or cargo bins fully loaded, in addition to bearing the weight of a large enough battery pack to power a truck. This frees up the engine to carry more people, more cargo, or anything else. Furthermore, Toyota will provide a free hydrogen refueling for their hydro vehicles, with a total value of up to $15,000 or 6 years for free fuel, whichever comes first when refueling hydrogen. What is Tesla's concept of hydrogen fuel? Elon Musk has voiced his opinion on hydrogen fuel cells. He doesn't like it and sees hydrogen-powered vehicles as an energy storage mechanism rather than an energy source. Many in the industry talk about hydrogen as if it were an energy source. For example, they might compare it to oil products like gasoline and diesel and say that H2 doesn't produce emissions. Hydrogen isn't an energy source. It's an energy carrier. It's a form of storage. You need primary energy sources like solar, coal, natural gas, or uranium to generate the energy needed to extract hydrogen from source materials like natural gas or water. At this point, you have to recognize that Tesla has no plans to invest in hydrogen fuel cells. That might be why Toyota is investing in hydrogen and trying to turn it into a viable alternative. Because this way, they could become leaders in the market and wouldn't have to compete with players like Tesla and Elon Musk, as diversification is a smart marketing strategy. Tesla's vehicles have good sales figures, and it's the largest electric vehicle manufacturer in the world. But following the EV route has some limitations, with the main constraint being driving range and recharge time. Although its batteries have features supporting storage and energy conservation, they can only power the vehicle for a limited time before needing to be plugged into the grid for recharging. This could be at charging stations or at your home. What challenges does hydrogen vehicle technology face? Although hydrogen fuel cell vehicles have many appealing advantages, they also face challenges. One of the most significant challenges that hydrogen fuel cell cars must face is the underdeveloped infrastructure for hydrogen refueling compared to the well-established charging network for electric vehicles. This infrastructure gap poses a significant barrier to the widespread adoption of FCVs. The lack of hydrogen refueling stations means that consumers may not have convenient access to hydrogen, limiting the practicality and attractiveness of these vehicles. To fully realize their potential, hydrogen fuel cell vehicles need a wider network of refueling stations, especially in urban areas with high traffic density, reflecting the convenience enjoyed by users of gasoline and electric vehicles. The production of hydrogen can indeed consume a significant amount of energy, especially when relying on fossil fuels. This challenge hinders ensuring that hydrogen is a truly sustainable and environmentally friendly energy source. To maximize the environmental benefits of hydrogen fuel cell vehicles, hydrogen production must transition to clean energy sources such as wind, solar, or hydroelectric power. This conversion process is crucial for reducing the carbon emissions associated with hydrogen production, aligning with broader goals of achieving carbon neutrality. Another challenge that hydrogen fuel cell vehicles must face is the higher cost compared to battery electric vehicles. The complexity of fuel cell technology contributes to the driving up the cost of hydrogen-powered cars. However, as technology advances and economies of scale are achieved, it's expected that the cost of hydrogen fuel cell vehicles will decrease over time. Additionally, government incentives and subsidies can help offset the initial cost difference and promote the adoption of hydrogen fuel cell vehicles. In 2022, the U.S. Department of Energy, Transportation, Housing and Urban Development, and Environmental Protection Agency collaborated to create a national plan for carbon reduction in U.S. transportation, aiming to research, rationalize, and set policy standards to reduce emissions in the country's transportation sector. This has created a somewhat bleak prospect for hydrogen fuel cell passenger vehicles as the U.S. aims to implement the plan by 2030, with complete carbon neutrality by 2050. According to reports, governments may be competing for hydrogen energy rather than mass-produced passenger vehicles. With its much easier combustible chemical composition, government special forces see the future of hydrogen primarily in the commercial vehicle sector. The report suggests they hope passenger vehicles will focus more on electric power regardless of using hydrogen in those vehicles. Additionally, biofuels are a consideration for the future, but overall, the agency has deemed hydrogen feasible for large commercial vehicles. Battery electric vehicles have significantly reduced costs in recent years, particularly with Tesla's plan to produce an affordable electric car priced at $25,000 and reducing the prices of existing electric models over the years. This is largely due to advancements in battery technology and cost-effectiveness. While hydrogen technology is advancing, further progress is needed to make it more affordable and accessible to a wider consumer base. Additionally, the lower energy density of hydrogen compared to gasoline or electricity may pose challenges for storage and transportation. Hydrogen is a lightweight gas, so efficiently storing and transporting it in a compact and safe manner may require stringent technical standards. Innovations in hydrogen storage and transportation technology are necessary to overcome these challenges and make hydrogen use more practical and efficient. Although the future of hydrogen electric vehicles still holds promise, the convergence of factors in the highlighted development emphasize the long-term potential of fuel cell vehicles. positioning them as a significant factor in the context of sustainable transportation. An important sign of this promising future is the substantial investments being made by governments, automakers, and energy companies worldwide. This demonstrates clear recognition of the industry's potential and its role in transitioning to cleaner and more sustainable modes of transportation. Financial commitments to hydrogen infrastructure and technology underscore a shared determination to overcome barriers and realize the ecological benefits that hydrogen vehicles can bring. Toyota, as a pioneer, has addressed safety concerns through stringent engineering and safety protocols. They have been and are developing robust prevention systems, offering prospects of emission-free transportation in a world struggling with climate change and pollution. This is a significant step towards a cleaner, more sustainable future. Furthermore, hydrogen engines can deliver a driving experience equivalent to traditional combustion engines, providing high performance without the guilt associated with environmental impact. This aspect is crucial in maintaining consumer interest and acceptance, especially among those who are still hesitant and tend to favor something from the realm of science fiction. The fundamental principle behind this technology is using water as a fuel source. But the question arises, how to extract energy from an inert liquid like water? The answer lies in the chemical composition of water, specifically known as H2O, which is formed by two hydrogen atoms bounded to one oxygen atom. Therefore, the key to unlocking the energy potential of water lies in separating these hydrogen atoms from the oxygen atom. It is the process of burning hydrogen to produce water vapor as the primary byproduct that leads to an engine emitting no carbon dioxide or harmful pollutants, making Toyota's water-powered engine an attractive technology in the context of environmental sustainability, an appealing aspect indeed. So, until the technology develops further to meet economic feasibility through scale, we'll have to wait and see. And with a strong brand like Toyota leading this development, you can be sure that costs and issues will be addressed and aligned with the necessary level to make these drivetrains a viable alternative. In the long run, there will likely be more hydrogen technologies emerging in the future if Toyota succeeds. Much like mushrooms sprouting after rain, Tesla has done that to revolutionize the traditional automotive industry into electric vehicles. And perhaps H2 technology could coexist with BEVs, or Tesla might even reconsider its strategy of solely using batteries for its electric vehicles. What do you think about this game-changing technology? Is it a future replacement? We hope you'll have the most relaxing feelings after watching this video. If you did, please hit the like button and join the Tesla Car World family by subscribing to our channel. And don't miss out on any of our awesome videos by hitting the bell icon. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you soon. Until then, stay safe and have fun.